Good morning, you guys. Come and chat with me. Come and talk about this topic with me. I would greatly appreciate it. Miss Nancy, I love you, girl. Guys, good morning. Good morning.
Mess. I love you
Good.
too. How you doing? I was so worried about you last night.
Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
Awesome.
feeling a lot better. My daughter's best friend is actually an EMT. He totally, talked to me about everything, and he said none of my symptoms matched any issues. Just I just had a little bit of an anxiety attack. It was no big deal. But I'm doing
Uh,
really good today. Like I got some rest last night, which I really needed. Just
awesome.
to get some thoughts off. But that totally had me on my subject today, which was, balancing family and self care.
Right.
Right?
Self-care is
Like,
so important.
yes, I feel like it's definitely something that, as like, especially single parents, we
Yes.
forget the self care is like how important it is.
Yeah, because
But
we always put everybody else first, you
right.
know? But
Okay,
I know what you
thank
mean.
you.
I was a single parent, and you get so wrapped up in taking care of the kids and making sure they're okay and they have what they need. Kind of put yourself on the back burner.
Right.
And with having PTSD now, thanks to my ex-husband, that's why he's an ex. Uh, sorry. Uh, yeah, my therapist told me that you should be your number one priority in life
Right.
because if you don't have you, you have nothing.
Right.
So yeah, that's it's something to really think about.
Totally. Totally.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm so glad you're doing better. I really am. I was so worried.
thank
I
you, Nancy. You
like,
know that,
oh
do you
my
know how
God.
much that means to me? Do you know how much that means to me? I don't know if you saw my comments on No Face, but I tell him, like, I sent him a message and I said, listen, I know you're probably not going to see this, but I wish that all of your followers were like Nancy. She's so amazing.
Oh,
You are just so amazing. Like, I can't.
oh, thank you.
Absolutely. I wish I had
That
more
means
people
a
like you
lot
in
to
my life.
me. I
Absolutely.
I so really appreciate that. You just did my heart some good
I mean,
there.
Nancy, listen, like I haven't gotten to talk to you a lot, but what I've seen from you so far is first of all, you're very genuine. You are you. You're all about you, and I love that. On top of
Thank
it,
you.
hello, your history. You're a little badass. Like I want to be you, Nancy.
No,
Oh
you
my
don't.
gosh.
Oh
Like
my
you,
God.
I
You're
swear,
making me
I
blush.
am your number one fan, Nancy. Like
Oh,
give
thank
me a T-shirt with
you.
your face on it because I would rock it. Do you know what I'm saying? I absolutely love it.
Here, hang on. I'm going to put this down so I can do this.
Oh, you're so sweet. I love you too.
Love you.
Yeah, for those of you that are watching, if you're on the outside, come inside. Come say hello. Come talk to us. Oh, Shaw, thank you for the tiny tinies. You know, those are my favorite. For those of you that are on the outside, come inside. Trust me, you want to talk to Nancy. She's absolutely amazing.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Thank
oh, Katrina,
you.
thank you. Oh, you're so
You're
cute. I
really pumping me
swear.
up.
I
Oh my
swear.
God.
Absolutely amazing. Make sure that you're following Nancy and anybody else that's in the chat because trust me, if you do, you won't regret it. Um, but anyway, like we were talking. Sorry, I
Yeah.
totally got off
Oh,
track.
no, that's okay. I appreciate the plug.
Absolutely anything for
Oh,
you,
there we go.
Nancy. You should know that by now.
I, well, I am very genuine. There's nothing phony about me.
Yeah.
I am and I gotta tell you, not to toot my own horn, but there is not one person that can say anything bad about me, you
That's
know?
so sweet. I wish that you
And I'm
guys could
like,
say the same. I've had so much negativity come at me, and I don't even know what I did half the time. Like,
you know what?
I'm one of those people that, like, I will just tell you straight out, this is like, this is how I'm feeling.
Yep.
I had actually had a really good friend lately that has been telling me like I read in between the lines and I need to stop reading in between the lines. And because of that, it's taught me to like to pay more attention to myself, like what it is that
Right.
I'm feeling.
Right.
Which was another reason why I went on to this topic, because I think we forget to just connect to ourselves, that we're so busy,
Yeah.
like, especially for somebody like me, I'm empathic. And because I'm empathic, I run off of what other people's energy is giving me. Yeah. And so a lot of the times, while they may be giving me like this, oh my God, like I'm so into you, like energy, it's still
Right.
like sometimes it doesn't match what their head is saying. Do you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
like I need to like pull back and just be present and
Yes,
take
you
care of
do.
myself. You know what I
You
mean?
do. I
Yeah.
agree. Don't make me, you're in California, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Don't make me fly out there and have to
I
kick your
will make
booty.
you fly out here, Nancy. You're a good time. I would totally make you fly out here.
After I
I
get
am
my teeth
all
done.
about people flying out here. It's like, come to California, do it. Let's meet up. Let's go out. You know, let's go walk the beach and say what's up
Oh
to the
God, that would
dolphins.
be
You know,
awesome. That would be
yeah,
awesome.
totally. I love that
Yeah,
kind of stuff. Miss
I do too.
Loyalty. Oh,
I love
sorry,
nature,
Coach.
you know.
Let's see. Wait, let me see. Catherine, my lead mod, is in the building. You guys, please make sure that you pick her up. She's absolutely phenomenal.
Yes,
I
she
mean,
is.
listen, she's amazing. She's great. She's sweet. She's positive. She cannot stand negativity. So whatever you do, do not piss her off, because she will boot you. She will just be
You
done with
know, when I first started dating my guy, we've been together 6 years now. And when we first started dating, I looked at him and I said, I'm going to tell you right now, right up front, and get this out there. I don't like fighting. I don't like negativity. I don't like arguing, and I don't like drama. I won't do it. You know, I've had too much of it in the past, and I'm not doing it. I'm just not going there.
you. Right.
You know,
Hi,
and
everybody.
Hey, I'm
Welcome.
hi,
eating. Hey, I'm eating, so I'll come on
Okay.
in a minute.
Okay.
But I'm
Hey,
listening.
Catherine.
hi, Catherine.
Hello, hello.
Good
Hi,
morning.
everyone.
I
Hello,
worked
Emmanuel.
last
How
night,
are
so
you?
I'm tired.
Hi, Emmanuel. Oh, you're new. I don't know you.
Hello,
Me
hello
neither.
everyone.
Hi, you guys. So,
My name is Toothless Tess.
no,
Whatever,
it is
Nancy.
not. No, it is not. Her name is Nancy. No, it isn't. Nancy, don't you talk about my friend like that. Don't talk about my friend like that. Emmanuel, I
Oh
know
my
like
goodness.
you've never been here before, but we're actually talking about a topic.
Okay,
The topic is balancing family and self-care.
Yep.
okay, I'm
Do you know
listening.
about that?
Maybe.
Hmm. Hey, yeah, I got a little idea about that. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi, Yo-Yo Bear. Oh, my hair looks a
Do
mess
you have
today.
something to say about it?
Hello?
Yeah.
Speak
It's
up.
hard.
Yes, yes. Can you repeat the question over?
Yes, it's about balance and self-care, like family balance. You know how like so let me put it this way. Okay. So what stops you from tending to your family and taking care of yourself?
Oh, oh, and let me come in this way because I'm a soccer player.
Okay.
I play soccer, but I do love my family.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about my family, because I'm not in a relationship now. I'm discussing my mom and dad because I haven't met that person yet. So I don't
You haven't
have,
met that
let's say,
special someone.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
So like
you'll
and
meet your
that's
person.
I feel like that's still not different, right? Because we still tend to our families. Like we
Yes.
we still like need to show up for our mom and dad or our siblings, right? So like what stops you from being able to be there for your family?
You know the answer?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yourself.
Okay, what does that mean?
Means
Elaborate.
Means the only person that's keeping you from other people, especially family, is yourself. Yourself keeps you away from other people, away from situations and whatnot.
Like, but what about yourself keeps you away from them?
Maybe it's fear. Maybe it's something you're going through. Maybe it's something you don't want them to know about. You know, it could be a number of things.
When you say family, are you talking about extended family or are you talking about immediate family?
I'm talking about, it can be your own kids. It could be your husband. It could be your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother. Like, because they all need tending to some point, right?
Right. Agree.
So what would stop you from being able to tend to your family?
Gas prices.
The only thing will be if you're going through something like, if you're going through some mentally, emotionally, things like that. For me, I guess, not a lot of things will keep me from my family. Only I would withdraw from my family if I feel like I need time for myself.
And there it is.
Right.
That I would have to do because everyone, you need time for yourself. So that's
the self-care about it, right? Like, a lot of the times we forget how important self-care is. Like, for you guys, what does that mean? What does self-care mean?
Making sure you're fine, like mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, everything. Because if you're not in all good places with that, you can't really be there for everybody else in the way that they need, especially your children, spouse, and everything. People under your roof, they suffer the most if you're not together.
Yeah, how do you tend to your family if you don't have self-care? Like, what happens if there is no self-care?
A lot of things fall out of place.
Like what?
If I'm not feeling myself, or if I don't feel like I've took care of myself, then like even physically, like appearance wise, if I didn't get my eyebrows done for a while and they look bushy, then my self-esteem or my way I'm thinking of myself kind of goes down. So then I'm thinking what other people are thinking about me, and then my whole emotions and everything are all over the place.
It's a spiral, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's just a spiral downward after that. Yeah, I know for me, it's more, it starts out more personal. Like, this is the way I feel. Like, when I start to grow out my hair, I start to feel like older and drained and just empty. Right. And then I'm like, okay, so I gotta get that done. I gotta get it done. And the longer that I leave it, the more drained and empty I feel. Right. Which means that's what somebody else is getting from me, is just the drained and empty.
Right.
I
know what you're saying. Yeah. You emit your emotions onto others.
Right. Like, like I was telling Nancy, I'm empathic. Do you guys know what empathic means?
Yeah, Nancy.
Emmanuel, do you know what empathic is?
No.
No, Trish, do you?
Sorry, what was the question?
Empathic. Do you know what empathic is?
Empathic.
An empath is a person that they got a big heart and they are more compassionate about other people.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes more than they should be, but
empathic actually means that you you're able to absorb the energy that somebody else has. So everybody has an energy about them, right? Like when you are next to someone, you can feel when something's just off and you need to pull away.
There you
right?
Yes, I have that.
Or
I
you
have that.
feel, or you can feel when somebody's really happy and then you absorb their happiness on top. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I am empathic, and to the extent to where if somebody was like right now, if Trish was to smile really hard, good, and all of that energy, I just felt it. Like that's how
Y'all can't
strong-
smile though, because I can't.
Yeah,
You
that's
smiling
how
when I can't
empathic
smile.
I am. But that also goes for the negativity in life, right? Like
Mhm.
on top of it, if somebody is just constantly negative or constantly angry or constantly depressed, that also will have an effect on me. So a lot of times when I'm in a group of people, I'm pretty balanced out because I'm literally going like this. Like this is literally my energy the majority of the time. Unless it's a depressing subject. If you ever notice, I tend to try to like pull it back positive because I can feel when people are just starting to go down. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Because of that, self-care is so important. So important. And
Yep.
a lot of us don't realize that we have this ability. Right?
Right.
So because of that, we tend to absorb what everybody else is feeling, and then we don't stop and think, what about me? Like, what am I feeling? What do I need to fix? How do I get rid of what they're giving me and only hold on to what I really deserve and need? And if I do that, then I can positively tend to my family. Right?
Good
Mhm.
point. Yeah.
Good one.
Yep.
Yo-Yo, what do you think?
I can't see her.
Really?
I know, I don't have my camera on.
No, it's a black box. It's
Oh, is
dark.
it? Let me see what I can do.
How about now?
No, I don't see her.
Okay.
Oh, here we go again with that black box. And there's an echo on my end.
You have an echo?
Yeah, we're going to try this again. Okay. So, I mean, Catherine, do you want to touch on that a little bit?
It's like, where'd I go?
Do you want to touch on that? I'm sorry. Hold on. I was trying to.
I didn't hear your last part.
so-
Loyalty just
Oh, no, that's
said.
okay. Miss Loyalty says a lot of the time when a person is hurting, they are labeled as being angry or depressed. Do you guys agree?
Yeah. So it depends on the person and their personality, I think.
Right.
When I'm hurting, you can tell I'm hurting. You can see it in my face and my eyes.
Right. That's
That's
what I feel about myself too.
Yeah. I mean, that's my face tells it all, And being angry, I'm not an angry person. I'm always, I'm the goofball of the bunch. I'm like always laughing and joking and everything,
Yeah.
I am. It's like, I mean, I've been with my guy for 6 years and we've not had one argument.
Oh,
If he gets a little,
I can't wait for that day.
well, we go to bed laughing, we wake up laughing, I mean, I'm just a very happy up person,
You see what I mean? This
And
is
then-
why I want to be Nancy.
And as for depression, I'm on meds for that shit. I gotta change my glasses.
Yeah. Miss Loyalty says, just to be clear, I'm not speaking about a physical hurt. I'm talking about an emotional hurt. Miss Shades of Grey says, I work with broken teens. When therapy doesn't go well, they get cranky.
Yeah. Well, teens are a whole different creature in itself. Man.
Yeah.
You got to have a lot of patience with teens.
Yeah.
They're a ball of emotions. They're all over the
Absolutely.
place with their emotions.
You know, just to touch on that a little bit, Nancy, like if you have a teen in your family, and I remember when my kids first started becoming teenagers, I remember people telling me, if your kid's telling you to leave them alone, to just leave them alone. And I went, no.
You want to get
No.
to the problem.
Right,
Right.
Of why they're
exactly.
saying
And so-
leave me alone.
Yeah.
So as a
exactly.
family, what we started to do was, I need to rewind a little bit so that it can make sense.
Okay.
When I was a teenager, my family completely broke apart. I was not in my family's life for years before I became 18 years of age. I moved back in with my family when I was 18, when I just literally, I believe it was a couple of days before my 18th birthday. I just moved back in with my family. Come to find out that my mother had multiple affairs. My dad didn't know. She told me, of all people, I was her daughter. Situations fell apart, and I ended up living in Chicago for a year with some family. When I was living in Chicago, they did something that I'd never seen before. I was a little confused by it, especially in Hispanic families, because we don't do this kind of thing. At the end of the week, right before everyone went out on a Friday night, I call her auntie because she's older than me, but she's actually my cousin. Her kids are the same age as I am.
Oh, wow.
So it was a little confusing to be like, oh, that's my cousin and these are my nieces. You know what I mean? Like it didn't make any sense. So my auntie called all of the family into her bedroom with a brush in her hand. And she said, okay, so here's the subject for today, guys. And I said, oh, what are you talking about? And she said, well, I need to know how everybody's feeling right now. There's something going on in the house and I need to like get connected. I need to like re-understand everybody. So everybody just started explaining what their situations were, how they were feeling, and, you know, what they could do to make it better. By handing around the brush, everyone got their opportunity to talk. And there was no allowance for being offended by what somebody said. You had to accept it.
No judgment
And,
there.
right. And so because of that, we were able to just speak freely. There was no animosity. There was no anger. There was no nothing. It was literally just communication between family.
Mm-hmm.
So when my kids became teenagers, I saw that as an opportunity to do the same and open the door of communication between my kids.
Right.
My kids have never had secrets between us. I mean, all the way down to Santa Claus. We absolutely listen, don't get me wrong. If any of you say and one thing about Santa Claus, I will come for you. Santa Claus and me, like I swear one day I'm going to marry the man. Okay. He is real. He is real. I will be Mrs. Claus. On that note, my family and I would sit and we would talk and just open our mouths, right? So when my kids said something like, well, Mom, you really pissed me off, I did not respond with, well, what the do you think you know what I mean? Like I did not come back with like anger, but you have to
Just
sit
questions.
and listen, right? Because the question at that point is how and why. Explain, right? Because if you don't have that kind of communication, then they don't learn how to have that kind of communication with others. They will continue being shut down, which again leads back into self-care, right?
Yep.
It's all self-care. If I can't be connected to my kids in a way that, yes, Santa's real and Beyonce is my sister, LOL. I am not your sister, Catherine. You're fibbing on that one.
Catherine. She's trying to get an award for best comedian of the day.
She is. What? Okay, wait. What did Coach say? Coach said, depending on the age, you have to share accordingly. Oh, absolutely. I'm not telling my children about my sex life at like 5. Like, no.
I don't need to. My daughter walked in on me one time, and that was embarrassing. And that's something I probably went and singed their eyeballs after that one.
We did that at dinner table. What was said stayed at the table. No anger. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yep. See, communication.
And then Coach says, but as a grown adult, you have to be honest and transparent. Hi, Trish and Yo-Yo. Go ahead,
What am
Nancy.
I,
I
chopped
apologize.
liver, Coach?
Right.
Exactly.
Hi, Coach.
Say nothing to me. Go ahead, Oso. That's fine. We don't need to talk to Coach. Go ahead.
Just give it to everybody else. What the hell?
Oh, hi, Coach.
I'm so confused. Okay. I'm sorry, Nancy, you were saying something about what I said. Hello to the room. Hi, cats.
Refresh my memory. I'm old.
We were talking about the whole communication with our kids and how, like, just even communication with our children is self-care, right? Because
Yes.
then we're like,
Yes.
we're caring about ourselves in the sense of, you know, I want to be a good parent. I want to be a better human. And so
Right.
because of that, communication, I feel like is a part of self-care.
Yes. I agree. And if you bring your children up with communication and honesty, then you're paving the way for them to be productive and responsible and well-liked adults. You know, they're
Right.
going to be, what's the word? Crap. I had it. It was right there.
RCP.
Right there. Shoot. What the heck is that word?
Loyalty says communication
Balanced.
only
They're going
works
to
with
be
both.
balanced, basically.
Yeah. Loyalty says that communication only works when both or all parties are willing to communicate.
Yep.
Not only communicate, but willing to be honest in their communication. I feel feel like we forget honesty in our communication. I will always tell you the truth, even if that means that it might offend you, and only because my truth is my truth. It doesn't necessarily mean it's yours. So you can always take parts of my truth and, you know, it's not going to happen. But one thing I've learned very quickly, Miss Loyalty, is that you can't always expect in return what you're giving.
Exactly.
And because of that,
Amen.
the part of self-care in that situation is to accept that that is who they are. That is who that person is. And if that's who they are, you're either going to love them for who they are or get rid of them for who they are.
Right.
And you can't do both.
See, I don't do toxic.
No.
Right.
I don't do toxic. In fact, a lot of people don't agree with me on this, but I had a stepdaughter. I couldn't take her anymore. I cut ties with her, you know. And it's like, I can't do this anymore. Every time she would call me, it was to cry that she lost another job. And I'm like, you're 23. You should figure it out by now. You can't get a job and then have a headache every day, or just because you don't want to work, you know. And if the conversation didn't go her way, then I got told, oh, I wish you were dead. Mommy dearest this. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. Well, the last conversation we had was she wished I was dead and so far in the depths of hell that the crows can't find my fat ass.
Oh, wow. That's,
Whoa.
you know what, Nancy?
And I'm like, excuse me, I don't have a fat ass.
Nancy, on a positive note, your daughter's very creative with her words. That's on a positive note.
Yeah. She's my stepdaughter.
Yeah, on the other side of that, what I would say to you in this situation is what hurt her. What hurt her? There's something that has not been touched, that's something that has not been reached, that she has not dealt with, because only hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
So somewhere in there, her self-care was not figured out.
Well, she's got a high-functioning form of autism. She's on a lot of medication, too much if you ask me. She feels she's entitled. She feels the world owes her a favor because she's got this little deficit going on. And she plays on everybody's emotions. And I don't play. I'm sorry. I raised you from the age of 5. You're 23. And you should know by now, I will not be disrespected. I
You
won't.
shouldn't have to be.
And
No.
Nobody should.
And making sure that you're not disrespected, to me, is also part of self-care.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm sorry, I set boundaries with her. She crossed the line, and I'm like, and I told her, I said, I'm sending you a copy of this email you sent me telling me you wished I were dead, because I want you to know why I'm cutting ties. Because this is something you can't keep wishing somebody dead and expect to come back out of it smelling like a rose.
Right. I feel like a lot of the time, like people think that because it's family, that means that they can't be toxic. That because it's family, that they can't be the ones that are bringing down. Nancy, I completely understand. But for me, the shoe is on the other foot. For me, my mom is the one that had problems. And like, I had to save my mom's life from California. My mom was in a different state and attempted suicide while her husband was in the next bedroom. And he did absolutely nothing about it. When I found out and he called me, his only communication to me was to explain why they were arguing, not to tell me whether my mom was going to live or die. So the toxicity on their levels, I was not about. And so unfortunately, I had to say, you know what, Mom, you've chosen your life. You've chosen your partner. I've chosen to protect my kids. And that's the direction that I'm going. My job is to protect my children. That's my job as a mom. My job as a human being is to pray for you and hope to God that you figure it out. But other than that, there's nothing else I can do for you. You can only do so much.
Yeah. But with her, she was toxic. She really was. And I mean, it was really hitting my health in a negative way. So I had to set boundaries, and it's like, if you go outside the boundaries, I can't do it. I'm not gonna be there, So, and she crossed the line, and so, like a baseball umpire, you're out.
Yeah, I have a daughter. I have 3 daughters. My middle one is my big one, my big issue. The same thing. She wished upon that I was gone. I mean, I still communicate. Yeah, it is. I mean, and all I've asked is for her to apologize for what she has said to me. I've asked her to not post things on Facebook.
Can I ask you a question? Why do you need an apology?
Because of the things that she said, what she's put on Facebook.
I know she said them, but why is an apology needed?
Because it was hurtful, and I will accept her apology, and
if
maybe
you accept her apology, that means that she doesn't need to say anything. Because forgiveness is forgiveness. Forgiveness is not for the other person. Forgiveness is for yourself. If we go based off of biblical times, the Bible literally says, if you do not give others, I will not forgive you. So I always say to people, you are not keeping me out of those pearly gates. I forgive you of your actions. I forgive you of your sins. I cannot carry your sins, and you cannot carry mine. So because of that, you need to be okay with just letting it go. At the end of the day, if this is somebody that you love and that you want a part of your life, you'll let it go. If it's not the end of the world, let it go.
But she continues and continues. She does not change.
Yeah, so you know who she is.
She's not going to change.
Why is she doing that? Why is she acting out like that?
Well, one, because her son, the one I adopted, was in a situation when she was when she was pregnant with her second child, my grandson was in an abusive home, and the boyfriend that she was with was really mean to my grandson. Locked him in the room, closed the door, and did not let him out of the room.
Yeah.
Held the doorknob. So that day when they came to visit me, he was only like I believe he was 3 or 4.
Oh wow.
And he came when they came to visit. He's like, Nana, I don't want to go back with my mom. I don't want to. I hate the person's name. I hate him. I don't want to go back. So I told my daughter, I'm not going to force him to go back with you until you guys decide what the issue. You guys can, get along, or But the guy, it turns around, he was abusive. He beat my daughter. And I told my daughter, as long as you're with him, my grandson's not going back with you.
Yeah.
And she did not fight for nothing to try to get him back.
Well, and I can't speak on any of that because I don't know her, deepest, darkest situation or whatever. But what I will say is that it sounds like your daughter is the one that needs self-care in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And when that is the case, instead of, demanding for the apology, just keep being the positive enforce. Does that make sense? Like, keep being the example as opposed to the added on attacks. Do you know what I'm saying? Because even though something to us is so simple as an apology, demanding an apology can be an attack. Do you know what I'm saying?
Can I say something about the apology? The apology thing?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to take over the conversation or anything, but my youngest one got a bug up her butt.
Right. And, loyalty. Right.
And she quit talking to me for 10 years.
She has an appointment?
No. And she kept my grandkids from me. Didn't talk to my grandkids. Well, I went down last year, November, to see my oldest one. And my youngest one lives maybe 30 minutes away from her sister. Mm-hmm. And my daughter told me, she goes, Mom, Alicia's going to come over on Saturday. I'm going, oh, okay. She goes, well, I want to talk to you first and see how you feel about it, because I know I don't agree what she did to you. I don't agree with it. And it's up to you if you want to see her. I said, she's my daughter. Of course I want to see her, I want to see my grandkids. And she showed up with my grandkids. I even got to meet my great-grandson, and I didn't give a shit. Sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't care. I didn't care about an apology at that point because I was just so happy to see her, and I was so happy to reconnect, Right. And now it's like we talk every week, And you gotta bury the hatchet and just, sometimes we just have to bite the bullet, so to speak.
Right.
And forgive and forget.
Right.
Forgiveness is really hard, especially when you've been done kind of dirty.
Yeah.
But
see, for me, it's actually the opposite. Forgiving is easier. It's forgetting that's harder.
Yeah.
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 But I completely agree with what Ms. Loyalty said. She said you are 100% justified in wanting or expecting an apology, but accept the fact that you may never get it. Right. And that's the big thing that that's for me is forgiveness, because even though you don't get an apology, being able to release it and make it no longer your problem is self-care to me. Right. So that's self-care to me. What's something that's self-care to you?
My sanity, my health. I've had 31 surgeries, and a lot of them were to fix things that my ex-husband broke on me. Mm-hmm. And so I have to have that.
Hold on, Nancy, hold on 1 second. I just want to touch on this really quick. Coach K said, nope, you do me dirty, you're done. Coach, I never said that if I forgive, I allow them back. That's your difference. I never said, I forgive you, come back to me. That is not what that means. Forgiveness for me means I no longer hold on to your anger. Your cancer is yours. I will not take your cancer and have it grow in me. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that doesn't necessarily mean that I will accept you back with open arms. If you were to do something simple and apologize to me, or, you know, tell me like, I won't do it again. Okay, cool. But if you're going to do something huge, like my mom did to my family, I forgive her. I love her because she is my mom, but the acceptance of coming back in is not as easy. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by forgiveness. Nothing being addressed, and I'm just letting it slide with you.
Oh, can I come in a little bit?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, but my side is darker, so no problem. I can come in a little bit. Oh, why do you forgive someone and not accepting them back?
It depends on what the issue is. If it's something simple, like you just told me that I looked fat that day, okay, I forgive you, do it again, and I'll smack you next time. Right? But if it's something that is damaging to your psyche or damaging to your family, or unsafe, that's when I say I forgive you, but I let you go.
And we all need to understand that the Bible says we should forgive. And when I forgive and when I'm telling you that no matter how it takes, how you hurt me, when I'm saying let's just get this straight. It's very hard for you to forgive someone, like other people. Some people, they are very quick to forgive, but they don't let it go. They just say in the mouth, you know, I forgave you, but they are still got that in mind. And other people who are very hard to forgive people, once they say they forgive you, which means their mind are all free, or they forget about everything.
Well, see, here's the deal with that, Emmanuel. I'm gonna touch on that, but here's the deal with that. I am human. I am not God.
Sure.
God will forgive and he will forget. He does not tell me to forgive and forget. He tells me to forgive and turn the other cheek. He does not tell me that I need to forget. We're human. Humans will always remember the damage that is caused to them to an extreme. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it will never go away from your mind. It will always be there. How you react to it, that's what's important on top of it, right? But anyway, off of that subject, we're actually talking about self-care. So if we could go back to, what are the self-care things that you do for yourself? Like, what are self-care things?
Well, I go to a therapist twice a month. Keep my mental health in check. I go for pedicures once a month. Every now and then I'll go to the casino. That's a guilty pleasure, though. It's not really self-care.
Right.
That's just entertainment for me.
Actually, Nancy, that is self-care because you're going for fun, right?
Right.
If you're doing something that's pleasurable, I believe that's self-care. I mean, does anybody disagree?
No, because I do the same.
Yep.
Yeah. Catherine, what about you?
I'm a shower person, but once a week, I take showers, but one day out of every week, I soak in a tub, candles lit with music playing. And
I love that.
Me and my husband,
that's awesome.
He takes the kids, they'll go outside while I'm taking my bath, or he'll take them to the basement and they'll play while I'm upstairs having my time. Because I'm home Monday through Friday with them from morning until he comes home later in the evening. So once a week, I able to sit in the bath, or
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Sorry.
I soak my feet and all that other stuff.
Wow. I need to do that. I need to start soaking my feet. I know I like a lot of people have been saying like that's really good to do, and I never do it. Yo-Yo Bear, what about you? What's self-care for you?
Well, I do see a therapist also once a month usually. I haven't done self-care well since the pandemic. So what I do is I usually just like make cakes or cook. I mean, that's kind of like my self-care.
Yeah, your happy place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trish, what about you? What's self-care for you?
I like to sit outside and just listen to nature.
Ooh, I like that.
I do too.
I love wind chimes. I love to hear the wind chimes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Emmanuel, what is self-care for you, love?
Oh, for me, I play soccer 2 times a week.
Nice.
Oh
I
wow.
love playing soccer.
That's
Yes, 2 times a week.
in a way
And
that's
I always
kind of like exercise, right? Like you're exercising every muscle in your body when you're playing soccer.
yes. And
Do you do anything else?
say it again.
Do you do anything else besides soccer?
No.
Also get weekly massages.
Soccer is my life.
Ooh,
What?
Catherine, I need to get on your level. Oh my gosh.
It's like soccer is my life.
Right? Like I need to get Catherine's level once a week. A bath time. I don't have a bath, so I can't do that.
I know, I got a shower. I'm so jealous.
I could do my feet soaking and a massage. Well, I can't afford a massage yet. So if anybody wants to hit me up in my Cash App, so I can
I don't go outside.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I know. I get paid once a month, and every time I buy, I'm like addicted. It's an addiction, I think.
Wait,
the only
massage.
person's live that I do gifting is in No Face.
Right. I mean, I can't blame you. I mean, his energy is so up and upbeat that like it just makes you happy and like you want to get happiness. I love it.
Yeah.
On the whole, self-care part of it all, is it okay to go as far as to vacationing to get away from your family for self-care?
Oh yeah. Why not? I mean, you need some downtime. I mean, think about it. Our role as women, we're either a wife, a girlfriend, a mother, a cook, an accountant, a banker, a cleaning lady, a babysitter. I mean, we've got 20 freaking jobs rolled into one that we have through the years and generations, that's what we are, Or somebody's mother, or somebody's wife, or somebody's,
Coach asked a question, and it's back on the forgiveness topic, which we're not talking about. So would you want forgiveness for something that you did to someone else and expect them to take you back? Because of the way that I think, Coach, I do not expect anyone to forgive me for any of my actions, and I do not expect them to take me back, but I would forgive them. And I would give them the opportunity to show me a different side of them. I don't expect anything from other people. But if they are willing to forgive me, I'm thankful. No, it was never the topic. It was just what they brought up. So anyway, self-care. Is it okay to go on vacations away from the family?
I'd say yeah.
If you need that self-care.
Yeah.
Yes.
Why not?
Catherine?
Oh, I was replying to comments. Sorry.
That's okay.
I was going to reply to Coach that I got what he was saying because I saw it.
Yeah.
We were on that topic a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. What was your question?
Is it okay to I've just had enough. I need a moment. I can't get my head clear because, the kids need this and my husband needs this, and my sister is calling me. Is it okay to just stop and say, I'm done for
I need my time
or a weekend. I'm going to go away with my friends, or I'm just going to go, on a vacation by myself. Is that okay? Is that self-care?
Yes.
Yeah, I just did that last August with my sisters. We had a girls trip.
Awesome.
So we went
Now,
to Vegas. So we went and had us a good old time.
Now, do you think also should be included in that when you get away? Do you think a room with a jacuzzi?
100%, Nancy.
Heck to the yeah.
100%.
Now that's self-care. That
Right?
is self-care.
With a jacuzzi and a massage coming, just like Miss
Yes.
Catherine.
Absolutely.
I think that's totally self-care.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's okay, Coach. I forgive you.
Gigi, stop.
I'm just kidding. Okay, so you have to, you totally have to remember that in order to take care of yourself, right? Like, in order to take care of others, forgive me, you have to take care of yourself, right? And I think that a lot of the times we as people, we forget that those moments, those self-care moments, how important they are. For instance, for those of you that were on my live yesterday, I had an anxiety attack, and I wasn't paying attention to my self-care. I envisioned the fact that I was plugging in and I was doing everything that I needed to do. That I was, wait, somebody's echoing. Can everybody mute really quick?
Women, we're either a wife, a mother, a cook, an accountant, a banker, a cleaning lady, a babysitter. I mean, we've got 20 freaking jobs rolled into one.
Okay, everybody turn back on.
What was that?
It was just an echo.
I said that 5 minutes ago.
They must have, sorry about that, honey, but they must have gotten a text message or something and it triggered it. But like I was saying, people yesterday, I had an anxiety attack yesterday while I was on live. I haven't had one of those in years, like years. I knew what it felt like. I knew what was happening. I knew that I needed to just pull myself back because there was something wrong. But it also reminded me that my self-care is just as important as everybody else's. And that's what I want you guys to leave with today. I'm so sorry about the way that you guys get treated by your families. Please forgive them on my behalf, because that absolutely breaks my heart that any family would be broken in any shape, way, or form. That being said, please, ladies, I ask of you and everybody that is watching, take care of yourself. Write things down. Get it out. Let it go. Because like they say, that when cancer is implanted, it will grow. And it grows within inside of you, not the person that caused you harm. So let it go, release it all, and self-care for yourself. Massages like Miss Catherine, do some bath soaking, right? Go on some vacations, do whatever you got to do to make yourself happy and to do good things, especially end up doing good things for others, because a good you can be great for other people, right?
Amen.
So I want to say really quick, thank you to everyone who came in here and participated. Coach, you know I love you, so don't leave me. You know I love you guys. Please make sure that you are following everyone in this box and everyone in the chat. And listen, because if you do,
y'all are
trust
amazing.
me, you will not regret it.
I'll be there soon, Coach.
Amazing. Thank you so much again. Hold on one second. Let me look really quick. Tomorrow's subject is healthy versus unhealthy. So if that's you, or you know somebody who is all about it, tell them to come tomorrow. I'm aiming for 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. So I hope to see you guys there.
9 a.m. I'm not even thinking about getting out of bed today.
PST. It's Pacific Standard Time. I'm Pacific Standard. Oh. So on that note, I will be back later on.
It'll be noon here, I think, right? You're 3 hours behind me?
I'm 3 hours behind you. I will be back later on for just a hangout time if you guys want to chat and just hang out.
Absolutely. I love chatting with you.
I love you guys. Awesome. I will talk to you soon.
Later.
Okay.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.